Welcome to Marine Life and our celebration. What are we celebrating today? 1 year anniversary of when I dosed my reef tank with copper power. Salute. Let's get to today's video. Alright guys, welcome to Marine Life, another video. Today's more of a conversation slash, I don't know what you really want to call it. This is a huge topic on all the forums out there. You know how many times I actually see people talk about all the time about when a fish gets sick. What do I do? What do I do? Everybody always says, throw the quarantine up, throw the quarantine up. But what happens to guys like me or like you guys that have these giant tanks that have, what, 12 fish? I lost count already. There's no way you can quarantine all that. Well, this is my personal experience and my personal opinion about what I did in that case and what happened. It's a year ago, and I have a video actually on my YouTube channel. You can go back and see it. I had velvet break on this tank. It was bad. So, this is mostly the reason why you see my tank not too many corals and I'm building it up. By the way, loving that new addition over there. We'll talk about it in a minute. But I want to talk to you guys about something that everybody goes through. It's outbreaks of parasites in your tank. So many poor guys out there always, say QT, everything out. But what about if you can't? Like me. Like you guys, the big tanks, you can't. So last year, I started doing the hydrogen peroxide treatment. It didn't work for my tank for some reason at the time. It does work for other things, I've used it before. But, so I had to make the choice. A, let my fish die and start over again. Or B, dose my whole tank with copper power. That's right. This stuff right here. Guess what everybody said, the biggest topic. Don't do that! Don't do it! Your tank will never recover from it! You're destroying your tank! You're doing this! Well, guess what? I got a very, very expensive fish in my tank, as you see. And some of these were added, and even were in here during the velvet outbreak. And as you can see, I added fish after that. My tank is free of velvet. Thank God. Knock on wood. So, taking a shot today, year old. So anyways, back to the story. So I decided to take all my corals out. This is why I had the 40 breeder. And I set up another tank with just the corals. I quarantined the corals for 60 days on a 20 long. I did lose some corals because it's hard to maintain all the corals I had in a 20 long coral. 20 long tank, excuse me. It's hard to maintain all those corals in a 20 long tank. And I actually bought like an Amazon lights, I didn't use professional rating because it's only 60 days. So after that, my tank I knew still had copper, so I converted my Foibrier, which did have copper in as well. I broke down that tank, complete down, put new rocks in and new sand, built it back up, washed everything. Guess what? That tank's been fine too. But today we celebrate more because I did what everybody else says never to do. And as you can see, I succeeded. Last year, I dosed copper power, right? I did a whole 30 days, water changes, started reducing it, completely wiped all the velvet out. My tank's been running great since. People say you never take the copper out. Guess what? I took all the copper out of my tank. Toast. To the point now where I'm having corals in my tank, as you can see. Does it work for everybody? I don't know if it works for everybody or not, but this is my personal experience, right? I was able to succeed and restore my tank even after dosing copper in my display tank. That's right, folks. I dosed copper into my display tank. The ultimate sin, according to everybody. Forum said you're against it. I chose my fish over that. Took a risk. Guess what? It worked. Now, I don't know, being that my rock structure is different, I don't have a very deep sand bed, even though I do have. Whatever it may be, I ran Coopermine for a while. I think I was coralless for about a good 8 months, 6 months. And I just started putting frags in that I knew that, you know, mushrooms, stuff like that, I would be able to handle it. And I started taking it from there. And from there, I started adding corals. To the point now that I've added some expensive corals in my tank and they're thriving and living. So this is a testimony to you guys that going through issues, go for it. Just throw in your tank, copper, take all your corals out, throw another tank up for your corals, quarantine them, save your fish. My fish are important to me, they're my pets. All my fish in this tank have names. They're all my kids love the fish. We actually grieve over the loss of our fish. So guess what? I chose to save my fish over corals, and I took them out and I succeeded. There's corals that are back in the tank that were in here originally, and some that, actually I think they're all, well, except for one didn't make it, yeah. But everything else is pretty much from what I had originally. A couple of didn't, there's some more in the 40 breed I have in there, some other mushrooms, stuff like that. And I caught a Zoa that I moved over here again. But I moved frags from that tank back over here. But mostly these frags were in my big tank. So I just want to make a quick video talking about that. If you have any questions I can help you guys with this success, I wouldn't mind sharing. But I know it's a highly debated topic. I was able to remove it using Coopermine. I dumped a lot of Coopermine inside a bag. It took me a while to get it out, but I finally succeeded. I had a hand checker to check the copper, so I always knew what my levels were. So I was able to say, now's the time, testing them out, everything. My fish all survived except for, I think I lost one fish, maybe. And it wasn't for velvet, it was something else. I had some that jumped out, but for the most part, everybody's in here except for 3. All went through the copper power treatment in the tank. The ones that did lose in a year, 2 were, which was a male blue throat trigger. He jumped out. I found him laying on top of the mesh on top, the mesh guard. They always find a way to get out. And I had an elko wrasse, and he jumped out as well. And I found him laying on top of the mesh guard as well. And then I had another mystery wrasse, and he disappeared on me one day. He was doing great. Also, then one day, gone. But even my, where's he at? My leopard wrasse, my Morieri leopard wrasse, where's he at? I don't know where he's at. But anyways, he's been through copper power like 2-3 times maybe. Because this is like different tank I had before this one. But anyways, and he always does great. He's a strong fish. And he went through, survived no problem. The hippo, even that cleaner wrasse that's up there, he went through copper power. And he did fantastic. They all thrived and finished. When you do things the right way, water change, stuff like that, you'd be amazed what you can do. So I'm a success story. And I'm saying that if you have to choose between your fish dying or dosing in your display tank, I say dose it in your display tank. Take all the corals out, trade them in, take them back to LFS, whatever, or step into the tank temporarily for 60 days or however long you may need to dose the tank. You can buy one of those cheap grow out lights from Amazon. I think I paid like $150 for it, or maybe I'll put the link below. But it's like $150, something like that, and a 20 long for 20. I set up another coral frag tank, as you want to call. I set it up for maybe $200 at the most, and less than that. Yeah, about $200 to set the whole tank up. You can buy a power head for like $30. You get it for $20 at Petco on the 20 day. Put on top of the counter, throw it on there, boom. Oh, I forgot the tidal. I chose the tidal weight 35. That was probably the most expensive besides the light. So for a couple $100, I put a coral frag up, and it was worth the cost to save my fish. Those are us options, and like I said, now it's thriving. Everybody's happy, as you can see. Even added new fish to my tank. I haven't had any outbreak. I thought I had an outbreak for something, but I think it was flukes maybe. That may have came in a frag. but I dosed peroxide, and today was actually the last day for that. And I took it to peroxide flying for 6 weeks. I dosed it with a Versa pump, and it was very successful. No one's scratching, everybody's healthy. All my fish are alive. You can see the coloring, it's great. Besides the algae, I'm trying to get it off the glass, and I think that's due to the peroxide. I'm trying to get my phosphorus kind of high, so actually they've lowered. I threw royal phos in there, so I lowered my parameters. Besides that, as you can see, everybody's super healthy and thriving. I don't have any plans to add any more fish in this tank, except for one if I can find them, and that is a Nori wrasse. But today was just a celebration. I want to share you guys my experience and testimony with dosing copper power in my tank. So, but before I let you guys go on today's video, I'm going to show you this piece. I actually picked it up yesterday. Yes, a beautiful Australian gold tip or gold torch, how you want to call it. That's my, love that. Look how big it is. Very beautiful piece. I'm so happy with it. Has a little bit of gold on it now more than ever. Yes, it was more orange. I got it here last night. My blues were on last night mostly, but now that a little bit of whites are on, you can actually see a little bit of the golden instead of just being orange, and it's just beautiful. And I love of course, my dragon soul. He's great. So yeah, you guys are hungry, I know. And one of my other favorite pieces, it's the Electus mushroom. It's actually part of the same as the jawbreaker family, same thing, except it grows quicker supposedly. Or the colors are out, vibrant more quicker than just regular jawbreaker, but those are my favorite pieces right now. I'm building a Zoa guard in the middle, but everything else is thriving, doing great. Like I said, this tank actually had copper in it. So if I could do it, you can do it too. Once again, guys, thanks for watching Marine Life. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions that I can help you with or videos you guys want to see, let me know. I do plan to get back on the boat, hopefully within the next week or so, and shoot some more boating videos on that, because I missed going on my boat, haven't had a chance. But so far, guys, until next time, thanks for watching. Have a good one.